Okay, I want to get as close as I can to the tree.
So, you are in a kind of a tense situation right now. There is the chance that if you guys approach you will appear to be threatening. I just want you guys to understand the circumstances and the uh, possibility of what might happen. Right now, you have the upper hand because they stopped talking. Absolutely stopped. If you approach, you might look threatening. I just want to be sure that that's your intention.
If you approach, you might look
Threatening.
Threatening. Yes, gotcha.
If that's the intention, all right, just proceed. But if that's not the intention, you might cause something. Yes or no?
Alright.
I'm gonna approach them, but I don't want to appear threatening. I'm just gonna approach slowly, and if there's any feedback or commentary from their side, I'll stop approaching.
Okay, so holding your staff, but not with two hands, for example, just holding and not at the ready, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. As you start approaching on the tree, one of the voices, not a voice on the tree, but a voice on one of the bushes. Hey, you stop right there! Not one more step, or we will attack you and your witch.
Oh, what?
Witch, not you. The witch.
That's
the
me,
other.
I think. All right, this has gone long enough. I let the sack of silver arrows float back to my belt and slip it on there as I run as far as I can to them while still getting cover from a tree.
I don't understand your intention. What is your intention?
So, like, if this is the road and they're standing somewhere over here and I'm standing right here at the middle of the road, I want to find the tree somewhere over here so I can run like so.
See, yes,
Take cover.
I understand your action, but I don't understand your
Oh.
intention. What is your intention? What are you planning with this?
Spugner has just her brave face has worn out and she is not brave enough to stand in the middle of the road anymore.
All right, just seeking cover, just dashing for the closest tree or rock and seeking cover from the possible conflict.
She does get a little bit closer to them if possible.
Okay.
Yeah, but she does go for cover.
Spugner goes for it, and remarkably, nobody attacks. Nobody jumps out of, and just observe as Spugner runs for cover. There's silence for a moment, and there's tension in the air. There's clear tension, but they haven't attacked you.
Oh my god,
There's lots of tension.
Frightening. This is so scary.
Like things like I'm like as far as I can see, we're gonna fight.
Tell your witch, tell your witch to come back. Just give us. Okay, just give us some food, and we will let you go. We'll call it even. Yeah, we'll call it even.
I offered, you didn't take it.
So what I'm hearing is that you have seen what we can do and now you are scared of us.
Of course! Look at that witch!
So here's a better deal. You are going to tell us what is happening with this carriage, and in return, we will not set our witch upon you.
We still can defend ourselves and stone that witch to death. I wouldn't want to do it, but I'll do it if needed.
I mean, you are welcome to try, but I have bad news for you. There is more than one witch here.
Can I try to Can I use what's it again? The silent image? No, the spell I've been casting this time. Minor illusion. Can I
Mhm.
cast it to stick a foot from a tree across the road the same way the guy did when he was bad at hiding?
Link minor delusion for us, please.
Yes, of course.
$30 okay. You can find a place. So your intention is to appear that there is somebody behind
Bad at hiding,
other
yeah.
cover.
Yes, but bad at hiding as well.
Okay. As
And,
you cast this spell, remember that spells have components, and this one has somatic and material components. There is no verbal component to it. So you, as you are hiding behind something, you can use this one without being obvious that you are casting a spell because you're shouting magic words. This is very important, and I care for that. So don't you guys assume that you can cast spells in social situations and people will ignore, because that's not how it works. There is actually a meta magic for that.
Silent
to
spell.
not use spells, so not components. And your illusion appears there. You are not certain if they have noticed it or realized anything, but they don't comment on it.
That's fine.
Certainly, it is there. We are at a discussion. You guys have any plan on an idea, or you plan on continuing with this discussion? Right now,
If you
it's
were-
tension.
If you would like to see what other things Witches of Power can do, I've got something to show you.
Oh god.
I'm going for another intimidation. Yo, bro.
I'm
Step
gonna
down.
in front of him, as obvious as I can possibly make it, take out my little bit of fleece, twist it around in my fingers, and cast Silent Image on it to create a second panther.
A second panther.
You can. Okay.
Let me think.
15 foot.
I want. Okay. Let's take a look. This is a check against your spell save DC. Your spell save DC is 30. It appears the idea takes hold, and you don't hear it, but Alyssa can hear that there are some of the people that aren't in front are discussing, and they are pointing and discussing because she can hear the muffling sound of people discussing, but can't make the words because it's all muffled.
Oh, God.
You make your point clear. It's very clear there are two witches. I understand that.
Oh, you think it's just two?
No, we're not Spuckler now!
It's a coven! Oh my god, it's a coven!
Oh my god!
By the
I want
mother!
to.
By the
I
mother!
will-
And Alyssa, you realize, as somebody said, by the mother! By the mother! Further away from you, from behind a bush that you didn't hear any sound coming from, actually, two people come from behind and make a run for it. They simply make a run from it for far away, not following the road. They just make a run towards west. And after some
Could you
time,
repeat that?
another person gets up from behind one tree, looks at you guys, hands raised, looks at the others running, and then makes a run for it as well. There are three witches!
House.
It's a coven! It's a coven!
Well,
Alright.
Now, before you also run,
Wait, calm down, guys. Don't interrupt the GM describing, please.
Yeah.
Control your excitement. And as a few, it starts a domino effect. as 3 people run, 2 more jump out from behind the tree, show themselves, hands raised, showing that they don't want trouble, and one of them runs and the other freezes in place and starts slowly moving away. They are dressed as farmers, actually. As farmers and simple people that don't wear armor, don't look like brigands. Well, they might look like brigands because they are ugly as commoners usually are, but they are not dressed as ones. And you don't see an Elissa besides a hand axe that you saw on the belt of the first man that ran, that had a beautiful mustache as well. You don't see weapons of war. Of course, there is one that has a sling, and another one has a dagger on his belt, and even one of them has a wooden club with cord tied around the edge. But you don't see weapons of war, real weapons. Now, what do you guys do?
I want to shout out toward the general direction where the yelling was coming from. Now that we have established that we are the ones in power, I've got good news for you. We are not violent. I want to know what happened to this carriage and why you are trying to be robbers. And then we will leave you be.
I put my dagger away and get to the end of our group, like I'm standing in the back to least intimidate them.
Well, are you good witches?
We're good witches, just come out!
I won't come out, but I will explain everything.
Ignore this one. Listen to what I'm saying. When I say to you, you tell me what I want to know, and you can walk free. It is truth.
We just want
I
food.
want to know. Okay. Now, we can help you if you start treating us with respect. Okay? So listen to me.
That's
what
why
happened
I
to
was
this
calling you,
carriage?
sir.
What happened to the carriage? Why is it broken down?
I have no idea. This carriage isn't mine. It's true, sir. We just found it. It was Tuomi Raiders. Probably Tuomi Raiders. There is a spear painted with blood. With blood. Looks like Tuomi. We just thought it was. We just wanted food. And don't curse us. Yes, please, with the mother, don't curse us.
Has anyone ever told you there are better ways to get food than to try to rob other people of theirs?
There is not. There is not, sir.
So-
The crops have failed. The crops
So
have
let me,
have failed for the past 2 seasons. The monks
Let
don't
me ask-
share. The people on my village are hungry.
Let me ask you a question then. If you were walking looking for food, and the roles were reversed, and you heard a bunch of people yell out that they will kill you if you do not give them your food, how would you feel?
Very badly, sir.
Now, how are we supposed to feel, and yet you want us to just forgive you for attempting to do this?
Yes, because you are good witches. He has a point.
I'm gonna look down at my feet, like slap my hand on my forehead and be like, every time, Melissa, every time.
He has a point. You said you are not evil witches. We've learned our lesson. Please, I'm just hungry, sir. My child is starving. We just you can keep your wit. You can keep your arrows. Well, technically they have the upper hand. They can do whatever they want. Yes, I know. What I mean is, if you can spare any food, please. And that's what happens when people don't speak with a single voice. when they start discussing because their morale broke.
I see. Well, I'm so happy that ended up working.
Please.
Does anyone have some extra food for these people?
I'm a cat. I don't even have any pockets.
Could we, as a player,
Uh,
could we go hunt some food for them?
Ask. Go Yoris. Ask away.
No, as a player, could we, like, to the group and to the DM, could we go hunt for some food for them?
That would take a lot of time, a few hours, probably, and most likely around. There's not much. Doesn't appear to be a lot of game in this region, but in the past, most likely, it's not something that you have now. But if you want to promise them, it's if you have raisins with you as well, that's also.
All right.
As
I
soon
will
as
say
you're
to
eating
them-
Can I
your
start a
sandwiches,
cult with them?
your shitty sandwiches, so.
They're so scared of me. Can I start a cult with them?
I will speak up to them and offer them 2 of my rations if they come out and meet us civilizedly.
As you say that out loud, takes a moment, and another moment, and then there is hustling of leaves, and from behind a tree up front comes out a man. He has long braided hair. He is very tall, almost perhaps 2 meters tall, very tall, large hands, and he was holding a very large rock, and he politely puts the rock down and cleans his hands as if the hands weren't touching any dangerous rock just a minute ago. And the hands try to flee from notice, and they find shelter in the man's pockets as the man approaches to the road. He has long braided hair and full brown facial hair. And behind him comes actually a child, a young girl of perhaps 10, and she hugs his leg and just trying to stay out of sight. And after a few moments, another one comes from the closest tree. It's a youngling. Damn, the boy barely has any facial hair on him, and his face has marks of some kind of disease or something. He's ugly as hell. And the one in the front, I'm sorry, he says, with his hands up in the air. He honestly looks like a pig farmer. Completely honest. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. This is our desperate times, sir, and witches.
I'm gonna walk across to them. I'm gonna kneel down, take one of the rations, offer it to the little girl, and assuming she takes it, I'll then get up, give the other one to the tall gentleman, and say, "She gets that one. You guys can share the other."
The little girl doesn't reach for it. The man insists and points to the girl and say, "Come on, little one, pick it." But the girl doesn't, and is almost on the verge of crying. Perhaps she's scared of Aurelian or something. And the man looks at him. "Please, sir, I will feed him. I will feed my little girl. I promise. This is all for her."
Shame, yeah.
I will give him the 2 pieces and say, well, I'll give him the 2 rations and say, You make sure she gets the shit. You make sure she gets the share of what she needs, and you can share the rest between you.
Thank you, sir, and thank you your witch. Thank you your witch heart, your kind heart, and
I mean, witch and
I'm
kind
gonna-
do mean the same thing.
these lands are cursed. Nothing. No, I'm not implying you have cursed these lands. That's not what I'm saying. Your witches selves have cursed this land. But this land is cursed, sir, and we are very sorry. Do you have any extra?
What happened here? What led to this?
I don't know, but I can point. The younger one say, I can point if you follow me. And he points to the carriage. You guys want to follow him to the carriage?
Sure.
Yep.
As you approach, he points. The mule was hit by two spears, two short spears. They are short and they have some markings, some blue markings on the side. Appears to be typical Tuomi weapons. The carriage was probably carrying something, but there's also a few markings of blood. But there are also signs that people left eventually, and there are markings, and there are many footsteps, naked footsteps, and just feet of small feet. Sounds like the story that Tuomi raiders attacked this carriage. Sounds like it. And then the young man explains that the crops failed, and they didn't get food, they didn't have money, and they didn't have somebody to lend them money, and they were desperate, so they thought they could simply steal, mug people for a few coins, not nothing, and that people wouldn't decide to fight for a few coins.
Well, they were wrong,
They didn't fight.
but we were willing to.
We're a cat.
Oh yeah, good point. I'm a cat. I can't say anything. Never mind.
I am very sorry, sirs and witches. This won't happen again. But if you have any more, we are 6, not counting the children.
All right, I'm gonna drop 2 rations. But you see, the thing is, like, this is the thing. Okay, so what happens to my inventory when I'm shapeshifted?
Just read on Wild Shape. Everything morphs with you. You can just return to your human self, or to your gnome self, and then you will have your inventory again.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think about. Yeah, I might as well go back. All right, fine. I turn back to normal, and right then.
The man holds the holy symbol of the pantheon of the gods of civilization that he has on his neck, and makes a warding gesture.
A warding gesture.
Yes, clearly a witch changed shape in front of him.
Right. Well, if you need food, I dropped 2 of my rations. You can take them. If you're that worried about it, I'll leave. But here.
Thank you very much, witch sir. The man doesn't quite like that, but he takes the rations anyway. And unless you guys want to know something else from them, they will take this chance to reconsider their choices.
I will whisper to Aurelian, since I will not talk with them. I will ask him, hey, perhaps you could ask them about the monastery if they know anything about that.
What should they know about the monastery?
If it is destroyed or not, because that if we need to hasten.
Okay, I look at them and I'm like, I do not know what village here you are from, but do you know if the monastery is still fine?
It's been a while that I haven't gone there. Yes, sir. We are. It's not a village. It's more of a hamlet. Not far here, but the monks don't talk to common folks like us. They don't. They don't give a shit. To be completely honest. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. That's a bit unpolite. Unpolite. You came with a plan of mugging people. Are you worried about that? Yes, but I was trying to be polite to them anyway. The monks don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about us. And now the town of Farah was hit by a flood. Have you sirs and witches seen that? It's not very far from you. 1 hour following this road. It was horrible.
We've been that side, and we've seen the damage. We're currently just trying to see if we're just on our way to see that the monastery's all right, and then we're going to go help the outlying countrysides. It's kind of what we're doing. So I know it's a little bit stressful right now, but we're here. We're here to help.
I'm sorry to say, I hope the monks pay for not caring about us. They probably have lots of food in there because they don't share. And they grow fat, our grain.
Well, let us be the judge of that then, right?
Yeah, it's oh, I would say, can we have this as water, leave these waters behind us, all waters pass, but given the flood, I think this wouldn't be very delicate of mine. Yeah, that wouldn't be delicate at all. And that's what I was telling you. And unless there's something else, they will apologize for trying to mug you. And they will head back to their families to reconsider what they can do to get some silver arrows to buy food because things are hard.
I see.
Everything needs to end in violence.
But we were ready. That's the point. At least no one died. You should have seen before you came in. We were all just busy talking like, "Yep, we got some spare characters ready, just in case." So no, we're not going to die. We were ready. We were prepared. I was going to eat a child, and I regret that.
You see, this is very interesting because I have this idea in my mind that violence should be a means to an end. Even in games like D&D, violence is a means. Characters use violence to achieve something. But violence shouldn't be the end. It should be the end goal being the violence. I don't think that makes sense. So if you can solve something without violence, why not? There it is. Guys solved. You got the information.
Oh, yes. Thank you for the reminder, MJ. Now, I don't know if you knew this, Diego, but it is right now. It's Joris's birthday, right now.
Yay! Let's sing! All together, let's sing. Day to you.
God.
Happy
Stay in character.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks, guys.
Happy birthday, son. Hope you have many great ones further.
All right. And as a birthday gift, let some orcs appear and they kill your character. Nope.
Wow.
I did not hear that joke, and I think I'm happy, depending on the reactions.
Now that you guys have dealt with the bandits on the road, I assume that you are continuing your merry way.
Yes. My
As
merry
you
way.
continue,
to
as you
em-
continue your way, you pass you pass by a few failed
Oh,
farms.
Shit, guys,
We've lost some
Aurelian
people.
is out.
Yeah, we've actually
Aurelian is out.
completely dropped Aurelian. Like, from
Yeah.
but it's only from this. He's still in the game for some reason.
He says his team's died.
Oh, that's horrible.
Whoa! Really?
Yeah.
Wow, teams.
He,
Of all
he also
things.
got it just dropped out of Discord as well.
Oh boy.
Let's see.
Oh.
Oh, maybe Discord is working right now. Let's see.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yes.
let's make the change then.
All right.
Hello there.
Hello there. Okay.
Can we add Aurelian from here?
This has been a crazy day.
Aurelian and Vincent are still muted.
Sorry, I forgot that I muted my mic. So I was like, what? Why?
Why is no one hearing me?
Yay, we can hear you.
All right.
My internet died. My bad.
Oh, it's okay.
Wow.
It's technically still dead. I'm on mobile data, but I can stay for a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's alright. You just missed us singing "Happy Birthday" to Jers. So
Oh, in any case,
nothing.
can you screen share so we can continue? Next scene.
Yes. Yes. It's that. There you go.
All right.
Sorted.
Thank you. Thank you. Now this was very strange.
We've gone to two different communication platforms, and neither of them have worked well. I take it it's been a good day.
Like I said, cans on strings, guys. Cans on strings.
Once.
I wouldn't call it a good day. Interesting day, perhaps. At the most,
Yeah.
At the most, I would call it an interesting day.
Yeah. Yes.
I will now give myself the title of
Oh, never mind.
Spookner, the bird slaying witch.
Yep.
that sums it all up.
But you guys realized they weren't talking about Spookner at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Talking about the one.
They were talking about me.
Yeah. Because the shapeshifter right in front of them, they were talking about the shapeshifting.
Yeah.
I will still claim the title of witch.
Of course.
Just, you know.
That is perfectly valid.
Just gotta snoop in there and take it.
Okay. So let's continue.
Yes.
As you walk by, passing by failed farms, you can see corn fields and wheat fields that have absolutely failed. They are basically skeletons of what a farm should be. They are dry and disgustingly dry. The scarecrows could even look actually scary in the middle of the dead cornfield. Apparently, this failed crops hit people around the region really bad. And the few farms that you passed don't have lived anymore. Just there was a single one that had smoke coming up from the chimney. The place is really abandoned. Especially if there are Tuomi raiders around. It would make sense that people would flock to the village instead of trying to live off the land that isn't providing for them. But then those who flocked to the village were hit by the flood with it. This has been a sucky turn of events for the common folk of the region. Eventually, you enter the woods, the Shrine Wood. It's a dark. It's getting really dark as you approach the woods, and as you continue going forward, eventually the sun sets and you don't have light anymore. Basically, pitch black darkness falls over you as you are barely illuminated by the light of the moon, but you are in cover of trees everywhere. It's really dark. And how do you guys plan on seeing anything in the dark?
I will light a torch.
How many torches do you have?
I think one.
Mhm.
I have dark vision.
Oh, you have dark vision. Okay, let me show you some.
I have just about one fire breath
I mean,
of
yeah,
light.
that's also valid.
I
I have
love when
dark vision.
players say I have dark vision because then I can show them something that changes their idea of how that works, like forever. Have dark. Dark vision allows you to see something, yes, but it's very shoddy vision. Here. I am going to send you guys to another tab, just so you can have a taste of it.
That is dark.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not very great, huh? It's not seeing much. You can see and actually,
Acceptable.
yeah, on a dark forest, I don't think so. Very much acceptable. Now let's put some light in there. After all, somebody said there light a torch. So have a torch. Here's how it is. That's the point. Dark vision allows you to see in dark as if it was dim light, which is bad light, and which gives you -5 to your passive perception and disadvantage on perception checks and noticing details in general because of bad light. Now, having a light source gives you proper lighting. That's why it's important to carry something or to have something. If you plan on counting on dark vision, you should also plan on counting on being harassed by creatures that can see you in the dark as well. So, any plan? Or are you going silently in the dark?
Like I said, I just have about one breath weapon of light in me. That's it.
Sorry, I just started talking and I realized I was still muted. Sorry about that. Yeah. So I just wanted to find out. So I know that with Druidcraft, I can create an orb of golden light if the weather's going to be clear tomorrow. Can that be used as a light source?
Of course, it can be used as a light source.
Ah, well, in that case,
No, it won't be something as good as this.
I think it's gonna be
Yes.
very tiny.
Light.
Yeah.
There's some light for you.
I see.
Well, as
Okay.
it appears that you guys aren't exactly prepared to deal
I don't know.
with
Oh, wait.
traveling in
Oh,
the
no.
dark.
Oh,
Let's
sorry.
see.
Bless
Wendy.
you.
Bless you. Indeed. Does anyone have torches? 'Cause, like, I don't have I don't have any torches.
I have
I
one.
definitely dropped all my torches to give me some carrying capacity.
You
I dropped all of
see,
them except one.
This is all so admirable. I love when players start realizing, oh my god, there are these things, light sources and stuff. GMs never use that. I do. Yeah, and that is it. And I will show you guys something. As you are basically in pitch black darkness, seeing very, very badly, see much at all. And the sun finally sets, you start hearing things in whispering. It's almost as if something was whispering to you in the woods. Maybe it's the wind, maybe it's not. What do you do in darkness while whispering starts?
Guys,
I clump up near Aurelian, like like a scared little kid.
let me think.
Alyssa? Something? Alien?
Did no one take light as a cantrip?
No.
I mean, I've lit my one torch.
You light your torch?
Yep.
One
yep.
torch.
Very well. Spend your
Alright.
torch because it gives you 1 hour of light, so spend it for us, please. What is
Yeah,
that?
we'll worry about the future when the future comes.
That was very, 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 very strange. So, as you light the torches, the torch, giving you some more light, and allow me to represent what you guys are seeing. Actually, it's
Sorry.
Okay.
Bless you again.
Yeah.
Dying quietly.
you blessed already.
And the worst part is I can literally just see, I can see my dude literally walking around with a little small orb of light, trying to use it like a flashlight. And
Yeah, it's more like holding a single match, you know? A single lit match. Wow.
yeah, just standing.
Wow, I got some Silent Hill vibes here.
Yee.
And you have a torch now. As the torch lit, and you can see the woods and still hear the whispers. It's not a song. It doesn't look like a song, but almost some kind of whistling going through the trees and the branches, and you can hear the the branches touching each other and leaves falling. And then, all of a sudden, as the light of the torch starts lighting the way, something incredible and amazing.
Ooh.
DM is
Hello, kitty.
having a few issues here.
No problem. It's okay.
I was starting to think, is this like a test? Like it will only happen, the thing that we say will happen will happen? I was like, should I say something amazing now?
I swear, if this woods gets creepy enough, I can start instant fires. You can read it in Druidcraft. It's right there. So I will burn this forest down if I need to, so we can have light.
That is probably not going to be necessary because
Yeah.
the wood does something strange as the woods start catching fire. You can see as the whole forest around you, not the whole forest, but lots of trees around you start catching fire. All of a sudden, without a sound, without the roar of fire, ghostly orange purplish fire starts burning from many of the trees, illuminating the forest, almost if as a wildfire was happening right now, but there is no sound. There's no sound, the sound of wood burning. Smell, strange smell of something burning, and then there is this sound of wind carrying a wail coming from the trees as they start catching fire and illuminating everything. The ghosts of the trees manifesting themselves. And as they do that, and the forest becomes suddenly illuminated, you can see shapes rising from the bark of the trees, from the corner of your eye, from the mounds. Shapes moving around you. They were there. They just weren't illuminated enough. And now, as the woods illuminate, you can see them closing in on you. And we stop here today.
Okay.
Welp.
Well, yeah. That's yeah, but that's all I have to say. Well, never mind. Yeah, that's all I have to say. That's intense.
I need another kitty.
Well, that was not
Oh,
caused
yes.
by your torch. If you think, oh, I shouldn't have lit a torch, that's not caused by your torch. But your torch caused the fact that you could see it happening before they just fell on you guys. The dangers of moving around with just dark vision is having -5 to your passive perception. You guys didn't realize closing in on you.
Luckily, our perception is very high. Also, Aurelian is gone again.
Your perception
Yep.
is absolutely high. And he said he had only a few minutes, so I was just
Yeah.
looking to finish
He is
Yeah.
he is still briefly here.
Guys, thank you for the session. This took a bit longer than expected, but it was some amazing roleplay, and you managed to get some great information there.
Oh.
There
I
was a
love
rough
how
start
you
in terms
handled
of
the poor farmers.
technology.
Absolutely.
Alright.
love.
That was tense. The farmers
Exactly.
were tense.
Yeah,
Absolutely
like I
love it.
literally need to just hold this cat and know that it's okay. Everything will be okay.
It was great. It was great. Now you're trying.
No.
You're trying to mug us, but being polite about it. You know, people would be scared of that. There is no reason to not be civil. At
You know what?
that
In the
moment,
worst
you
part of
guys
like,
realized they weren't professionals.
yeah, yeah. Like I was so excited because I was excited to get into combat just to see what I could do with the Panther a bit. But it looks like I'm gonna get that chance soon anyway.
Well, now that you didn't manage to avoid it, apparently, yes. Well, guys, thanks for the session. Let's finish here for today and let me stop this
Yeah.
recording.